That is not going to get you jacked. That is going to get you fat. And you don't want to be fat. Nobody wants to be fat. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Fitness For You podcast. My name is Ricky Schick. I am a certified master trainer and a two-time bodybuilding champion, and I'm a licensed occupational therapy assistant in the state of North Carolina, in the United States, in planet Earth, right? Or on planet Earth, in the universe, right? That is me. And today we are talking about people who have just started their lifting journey 1 to 5 years. What are the main things that you need to be doing to maximize your gains? And maybe some things I wish I knew before I started my fitness journey, right? So, your name is Bobby, your name is Frank, your name is Kyle, right? And you have just been introduced to the gym environment, and it is seductive, right? You're working out, you have this thing called the pump, life is good, right? And you're probably asking yourself, what are some things that I can do to make the most out of my journey, right? So I got a couple of pointers for you, right? And the first thing that you want to do is you want to prioritize protein. Now, what does that mean, right? So there are a lot of young kids out there who are in the fitness industry, right? And there's a lot of misinformation out there. And one of the biggest misinformations out there is I'm just going to stuff my face with as much food as possible, and that is going to get me jacked. That is not going to get you jacked. That is going to get you fat. And you don't want to be fat. Nobody wants to be fat. All right. So to avoid being fat, what you want to do is prioritize protein. Now, what does that mean? Without getting into quantum physics and how many grams of protein you need here and there, here is one thing that you can do. Make sure, let's just say you have 3 meals a day, or maybe you have 4 meals a day, right? You're just getting started in your lifting journey. What you can do is make sure that you're getting protein with each meal that you have, right? And get about a fistful of protein, right? What that's going to do is that's going to make sure you're getting an optimal amount of protein, especially when you first start off, so that you can start recovering and start building muscle. And you're going to see when you do that consistently, you're going to start putting on the pounds, and it's going to look really, really good, right? Number 2. And this is also for the youngsters out there. You want to date exercises. Now, what do I mean by dating an exercise, right? You are going to be at a point where you don't know what exercises work best for you. And this is an amazing opportunity for someone like you to try out a bunch of different exercises and to just have fun. There are so many fitness influencers out there. There are so many TikTokers and Instagrammers telling you to do one exact thing. They're speaking in absolutes. And one thing that you don't want to get segue into is saying, okay, this is the only way to do something, right? That's not what you want to do. What you want to do is you want to date some exercises. You want to go on a couple of dates with some bicep curls. You want to have a fun time in the squat rack, and you want to be able to start building a relationship with these exercises so that eventually you're going to know what exercises work best for you. Like, I'm at the point now in my lifting career where I only have a select few lifts that I do, and I switch off here and there, but I know what works best for me. And if you can find what works best for you, you're going to grow like a weed. And I'm not talking about like weed. I'm talking about like a leaf, like outside with weeds. I don't know where this is going. I'm going to move on. Okay. Next, you want to sleep 8 to 9 hours a day. Listen, I know what you're doing. You're up until 2 o'clock in the morning playing Fortnite or Minecraft, whatever you kids do nowadays, right? You're doing that, right? What I want you to do is, I'm not saying stop playing Fortnite. What I am saying is make sure you're getting 8 to 9 hours of sleep, especially if you're a young teenager. This is the years where you need to be sleeping like a king. And I'm not saying wake up at 2 p.m., right? Because that's just going to make you a loser. What I am saying is if you get a significant amount of sleep, right, you are going to be able to put on size. And that's what you want to do. That's the name of the game. Anyway, Moving on. The next thing that you want to do is you want to research everything. What do I mean by research everything? You're going to start having questions, right, about certain things and exercises and, food and this and that. So for you to go on this magnificent journey, you have a wonderful thing called the internet, right? And what you can do is you can start putting in the research, right? And start applying things that you find. You have a question. Okay, what do I have to do to get to X, Y, and Z? What do I have to do to, let's just say, perform a bench press? And you start looking up videos and articles and you find what works for you. You're going to find that there's a lot of crap out there and you're going to find that there's a lot of good stuff out there. And through the years, you're going to find consistencies in the research and you're going to be able to say, I know what works and what doesn't work. Now, another thing that is probably the most beneficial thing out of this whole thing is stay in your lane and have fun, right? Don't get caught up in looking at everybody else on Instagram and on TikTok and seeing everything that they're doing, right? You got Bobby Boy, who's 225 pounds of pure muscle, right? And all he does is bench press and squat, right? Guess what? What Bobby Boy is doing is not going to work for you in the same way it works for him. So learn to stay in your lane and be in competition with yourself. And I'm telling you, not only is your mental health going to be much better, but you're going to make some incredible progress. But you guys know the deal. Love your body, love your mind, and love your soul. And listen, if you are looking to eat the best way in the holidays and stay in great shape, click the video above my head. Later.